This video you're about to see has been shared dozens of times. What would you do if you came face to face with the largest wild animal in North Carolina? News 13's Samir Nefsi spoke with a man about his close encounter and why one bear expert says this is a dangerous trend to see.
Most times I see the bears, they're usually coming through these the row of pine trees.
Except Tuesday was anything but status quo. This ring camera capturing the moment David Oppenheimer came face to face with a black bear.
I didn't want to startle it and jump out of the chair or something like that. And so I guess we were both waiting to see what was going to happen next. And the bear took off. And I was grateful for that.
The moment not only puzzling for Oppenheimer, but the bear as well. Now he says it's not uncommon to see black bears in the Beaver Dam neighborhood or moseying along through his carport like in this video. Now just go ahead and take a look at these videos he's filmed in the past. Like this one, a mama bear and her cubs hanging out in the yard, climbing trees, and even coming on his deck to get at his bird feeders.
It's very common, especially because we are known as an urban bear area. However, if people don't start doing the right things, this is going to become a bigger problem.
Jody Williams with Help Asheville Bear says after reviewing the video, he believes the bear was deck checking as a result of the bird feeders located just feet away.
Don't get them used to coming on your decks. Don't get them used to hanging out in the residential neighborhood where they'll get up to somebody else that fears bears.
According to the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission, black bears tend to be shy and non-aggressive towards humans. In fact, there has not been an unprovoked bear attack in the state.
That bear does not look at you as food. It is more scared of you than you are of it.
But as Western North Carolina grows commercially, run-ins with these 100 to 500-pound animals have become increasingly more common.
How often do you see bears running through the yard or just out in the area?
Outside of hibernation season, about every other day.
Now, Williams says we are starting to make our way into that time of the year when bear run-ins become more and more common, especially as we make our way into late summer and early fall. Now, you can go to WLOS.com and we have 6 bear-wise tips for you. Just search for this story online.
Federal investigators are currently combing through the wreckage of a fatal airplane crash in Cherokee County. Investigators confirming the crash happened moments after takeoff earlier today with just one person on board, the pilot. The name of that pilot has not yet been released, but News 13's Samir Nefsi has the details.
We're just off of Fairview Road in Andrews, North Carolina. Yellow caution tape marking off the debris field where that single-engine plane crashed. Go ahead and take a look at that orange fencing. That is marking off where the body of the aircraft now sits against that tree. I'm told this pilot departed from Western Regional Airport, which is just a couple of miles in that direction, and essentially entered this airspace. And when he made a turn, he started to descend towards the ground, ultimately ending in a fiery crash. Investigators with the Federal Aviation Administration on scene in Andrews, North Carolina. Tape marking off a section of the rural crash site. You can see this wing ripped away from the plane, landing gear entangled with melted parts of the home-built Velocity aircraft.
We just called 911 and prayed.
Tommy Lands of Cherokee County says he and his wife witnessed the moments the single-engine plane plummeted out of the sky.
Heard a backfire and then started hearing the limbs breaking and the crash, and we come running around the house just in time to see a big ball of flames go up.
Limbs in a charred tree marking ground zero of this investigation.
That we couldn't get over there to help the person. That it tore me and my wife both up that we couldn't do. There was nothing we could do. We was just helpless.
North Carolina Highway Patrol confirming the pilot was ejected from the plane and pronounced dead on scene.
Sir, I hate it for the families. I'm sorry for them, and they're going to be in my thoughts and my prayers.
Members of the FAA will work alongside members of the National Transportation Safety Board, who are expected to arrive on Sunday. NTSB investigators will examine the aircraft while reviewing air traffic control, radar data, maintenance records, and the pilot's flight history.